Yes, I did quit FGO again. I rage quit because my summoning sessions last year, the second half went terrible. But after watching Fate Strange Fate, I finally had the motivation to come back, and now I'm back with a new FGO video to let y'all know what are my targets for this year in 2025. Now, let me tell you how this one's gonna work. First, I'm not doing this list based on if they're good or not. I'm doing this list on what I want or who I want to pull for this year. And the reason for that is because I run a free-to-play account, so I don't have the luxury to always go for what is currently meta in the game. So I have to be very selective on who I go for. So I just go for the ones that look cool to me. It's just that simple. So if you're looking on screen, I'm using this as my guide. And that's because this year I'm going to do it differently and go through month by month on who my targets are. And the reason why I'm going to try it this way this year, just in case y'all would like to pull one of these characters for yourself. And just know we're using the Japanese release schedule, not the NA. I think except for the first couple we are, because they're already out by the time this is being recorded. But beyond that, we're using the Japanese release schedule. So understand all these dates are subject to change. So be aware of that. Now beyond that, let's go month by month on who my targets are for this year of FGO. Oh, let me say one more thing. If I don't say the name, remember, I'm horrible at pronunciation. So if I don't say the name, that's why you can look at it on screen so you know exactly who I'm talking about. Let me also add this in too. I'm not here to tell you how good they are. I'm just telling you who I'm going for. It's that simple. So if you want to know if they're good or if they're meta or anything, I recommend checking out another channel. This is just my targets for this year for whatever reason. So, starting with the month of January, my first target of this new year is Chris Alter. And for me, I just like her design. I think she's really cool. And I heard that she's actually a pretty good pickup, but I don't know. I don't really know how good she is. That's just what I've heard. So if I'm wrong, just let me know. Actually, as I recorded this video, I did actually try to summon for her once. It didn't happen, but I'm going light on her because I have way more major targets coming up. Actually, my next big target should be coming up right after her, if I'm correct. Next target on this list is Cuckoo Cullen. I think that's how you pronounce her name. But I heard that she's actually really good. And why not start off this year with a really good pull? I probably am going to go hard for her because I am interested in getting her. But it's tough because this year is a really heavy pull year for me. Starting in February, my first target is Pope Joan. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyways, I haven't heard anything if she's good or not, but I do like some of her ascensions. So I'm probably going to skip her and maybe go for her at a later date because I have way more important targets. But she is one of those that if I can maybe do one summon for her, but most likely I'm going to skip her banner. But she's definitely one I probably will come back for at a later date. So I'm probably going to have to skip her banner. But the character I'm not going to skip, and I'm probably going to go light on, that is Bazette. And that's simply because I do like her counter mechanic. Going into March, He was my target last year. I didn't get him. He's actually a target this year, and I'm probably going to skip him. And that's only because he's in the free pool, so he's not a limited summon. So I'm not in such a rush to get him. And of course, I'm sure you could tell, I definitely have an armor and a mech bias, and he fits that, so that's why. Next one is Lancer, and honestly, I just think the dude's a cool character. That's the only reason why he's on this list. And starting in April, and actually these next two, I guess, are on the same banner. But the first one has to be King Hassan. And I've been wanting this guy for years. And I've been trying for a very long time, but never really had any luck. But I absolutely want to go for this guy. So my hope is, sadly, I can't go too hard for him, because the other one, a lot more important, and that is Larvae Tiamat. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But, so if you don't know about this character, I want to say that she came out, I can't remember how you pronounce it. Is it Babylonia or Babylon? Either way. I think it's Babylon. Oh man, I can't remember. Either way. So now you actually get to pull for her, and she's actually one of my targets. She's actually another one I'm probably going to go hard for. That's why I said this year is horrible for me, because I have a lot of characters I want to go for. Will I get her? We'll see, but definitely it's a target for my account. Of course, I tried to go for her last year. I'm going to try to go for her once again this year, and that is Lady Avalon. We'll see if that will work this year. I don't know, but of course I got to try. Last for the month of April, Skaha. I think I've only gone for her twice, because every other time either I didn't have enough quartz to go for her, or I had to skip for somebody important. But I'll see if I'll be able to go for her this year, but I highly doubt it. Whether lucky for me or unlucky for me, May is probably the only month that I actually have a break that I don't have a target. So May, I'm just going to take my time and just try to save up. June. And in June, guess who comes back? Cuckoo Cullen and Needlecris Altar. So here's a second chance I have to get either or. So I may try for Cuckoo Cullen now, but we'll see. We'll see. Because around this time, it's about to get pretty hectic. Definitely is one of the targets I'm going for. I actually really like her final design. And as for the last target for June, which is actually my main target for this year, and I'm going to try to go for her one more time. I went for her already, I want to say 3 times, failed every time. So I'm hoping this time I get her. And that is Altoria Ruler. So of course, if I get her Lancer, so I gotta go for the summer. Now I heard she's not that good, but for me, it doesn't matter because I'm free to play. So I'm going more for who I like, not who's meta. Now in July, on this banner, it has 2 targets I'm going for. First one is Skaha Scotty, because I have no main quick support. I'm cool with Buster. I'm cool with Arts, but I do not have any engine for quick. So that's why she's my target. And Jalter. I didn't like Jalter at first until she came out in the story. And once she came out and I saw how she was when she's on your side, I became a big fan of Jalter, and that's why I really want her in my Chaldea. This is not good. This is a big one. This next one is a big one, and I didn't know she came out this year. But ever since the Heaven's Feel route came out in the anime, I became a huge fan of her. Way bigger than what I once was. And that is Medusa. Medusa Saber. She is also a main target for this year, and she's also another one that I gotta go hard for, which sucks. That's why I said this year is gonna be a bad year for me, because there's so many characters for me to summon for. And yes, right now, she is absolutely a main target that I would like to have on my account. The last character for the month of July, and it's for the anniversary, that is the Savior. I don't really know how to say her first name, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Oh, Caster. Basically, Caster. So yeah, I'm going for her because she's an anniversary character, and usually anniversary characters are pretty good. So, and I like her design, so I definitely want to go ahead and try for her. Now that we're in August, the first target is Castoria Berserker. And I only want her because, like I mean, she's part of my account, you know? Like, I like Castoria. She's actually a pretty good character. She's actually a meta character, and she came out fast. I have an appreciation for Castoria. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, she's not one of my main targets, but if I definitely have some resources, I'm definitely going to try for her. But we'll see where I'm at during summer. Right after her banner, we have Oberon, and he's not one of my main targets, but he's a meta target, and that's why I'm pretty much going for him. It's, yeah, simply because of meta. Okay, I know I said earlier I don't care about meta, but I will summon for meta if I have the course for it. After that, we go to Melusine Ruler. I have used her Lancer form, and her Lancer form is powerful. Like, she's really good. And I've heard good things about her being a ruler, so again, not one of my main targets, but it's somebody who I want to go for because her Lancer form was powerful, and her ruler form sounds pretty powerful too. Lastly, for the month of August, I now have another chance to go after Skaha Skadi and Lady Avalon. So these are two characters. Particularly with Lady Avalon, I'm probably going to summon her earlier in the year instead of right here, because right here, I'm too jammed up with targets around that time. There's only one target. Depending on how things work out, I might try to summon for him around this time. I'm trying to decide, but again, not a main target, but if I have the quartz, I'm going to go for him. Now, into October, there's only one target, and that's Morgan. Once again, not really a main target, but I've used her multiple times. Well, I should say I've used Friends multiple times, and she is a beast. She is really, really strong. If you really want somebody strong, you want to go for Morgan. She's really powerful. In the month of November, Melusine is back, and I am going for her because she is a beast of a character. I'm definitely going to take the chance to try to pull for her, but we'll see. Ryoma Lancer, this is another chance for him. You know what? I may skip him earlier this year, and I may pull for him at the end of this year. Yeah, I might do that. That might be a good idea. Ooh, maybe not. I may have to take that back. Because, okay, yes, she is my main target for the end of this year. I'm absolutely going for her. Freaking, Yeah, I'm probably going to pull for her at the end of this year. So Ryoma may have to get skipped this year. Pretty much is a really big target for me this year. Now we're in December, and for this last month, you already know I got an armor and a mech bias. So you already see on screen who's my target for December. I actually tried for her last year, it didn't work out, so this is a second try. Hopefully I get her. And for the last character I'm going to pull for at the end of this year, it's Skaha Scotty. So that's it for my targets for 2025. Let me know if you like this format. I decided to do it in this format because one, I thought it would be a lot easier and streamlined. And also, y'all, if you're interested in any targets I'm going for, you kind of will know the range and who's coming up and who you could save for if you're going based on my targets. So this video basically is me saying I'm coming back to FGO. I may get back into doing shorts probably pretty soon here, probably the next time, maybe for when I try to pull for Cuckoo Cullen. I may go ahead and do a new FGO short. I stopped them because, like I told you, last year I rage quit. Once I got Archetype Earth, basically my summons for the rest of the year were just trash. I got nothing, so I wound up rage quitting. But I'm back, and to be honest, the only reason why I'm back is because Fate Strange Fake has came out, which I am actually very excited for that one because I heard that series is gonna have some of the most broken characters ever in FGO, so I'm really excited to check that series out. I think the next FGO video I have coming out is my account overview, but that one's taking a lot longer than I thought, so that may be a little bit before that one comes out. So stay tuned for that one, but beyond that, I want to thank y'all, definitely appreciate it, and yeah, we will be back with another video pretty soon. But if you're interested in my 4-star targets, let me know. There's not too many, but next year I can add it to my targets for 2026. So let me know if you'd like to see that.